So I have been very, very struck by this video of Louis C.K., which I encountered on Twitter. Listen to this and let's think about it together.
But my feeling is they should open it, the border, and just let them pour in, let everybody pour in, and then the answer, which is, well, then there'll be all these problems. Yes, there should be. It shouldn't be so great here, is what I'm saying. In America, it shouldn't be. It's a weird thing to sequester a certain group of people and try to keep upping their lifespan and their lifestyle, and just keep trying to increase that for this group of people, and then this pressure of people trying to come in so they can enjoy it, and then it gets worse and worse down here. I mean, I'm not Canada. It's really just from down here. There's something wrong with that. That's not a system that's working. And it forces people to do cruel things to other people. There's a lot of people that die so Americans can be safe. They're just dying, weddings that are drone bombed in Yemen because a guy said something that might have resulted in American insecurity. Not even like definite American deaths, but like just so we can breathe a little easier. Folks die. And folks do labor in unsafe places so that we can keep the prices where we like them. There's so much about American life that other people pay for. That's part of it. But also, it's not good for us either. It's not a good way to live in a gated community, If you let folks pour in, like any other wave, it'll kind of slosh. And then things will be different. I don't know, what'll really happen? A bunch of people, will they just come with knives and start killing everybody? I don't think so. But
Right, yeah. So there was some discussion in the comment section where some people were trying to argue that he was joking, that he didn't mean it, right? Because it's almost hard for some of us to believe that somebody could literally think that. But I think it's crystal clear when you listen to it through and you watch his face, he's not joking. It's a cogent argument from its point of view. And he means it. He's not joking there. So the idea is that white people have no right to be insulated from the lower races, no right to be insulated from the third world, no right to be, isolated and live in their own societies, right, which express their own values and which are peaceful and high trust and all the other things that we think of with respect to white societies. No, that's wrong, right? It's wrong that white people create good societies. We have no right to prevent them from becoming like the third world. But the thing that is most striking to me about this video is how much it shows that the Overton window has shifted in the past 5 years, which I know is not surprising to any of us, right? I shouldn't say 5 years, I should say 10 years, really, because we're in the mid-20s now, aren't we? Yeah, it shows just how much the Overton window has shifted. 10 years ago, this piece of leftist discourse would not have happened, because 10 years ago, the leftists would never have admitted that if you let the third world into your society, there are going to be greater problems. But CK admitted that at the beginning of this video, remember?
But my feeling is they should open it, the border, and just let them pour in, let everybody pour in, and then the answer, which is, well, then there'll be all these problems. Yes, there should.
Yeah. Right. So the right to say, if we just open the borders and we allow multiculturalism to happen, that you're going to get all kinds of crazy problems, right? And we know what those problems are. They're largely violent crime, right? The kind of things that we're seeing from the boat people, the kind of, higher rates of violent crime that have been notorious over the past more than half century from non-white groups, right? 10 years ago, the left wouldn't have conceded that. They would have said, oh my God, that's racism. If you even dare for a moment to concede that the lower races, letting them in might bring social problems, right? So you see how much, the extent to which they're on the run, the extent to which they are having to give ground and concede ideological positions, right? So it really does show that that the right is winning the argument. Because now they can't deny any longer. It is simply too notoriously obvious that the lower races, the third world, causes problems, for them to be able to keep on, with a straight face denying that it happens. So, I mean, I find it absolutely perverse that Louis thinks it's not okay for white people to have their own, societies. It's not okay for white people to be to insulate themselves from the chaos of the lower races. Of course, I think that, if white people can create better societies, then they should preserve those better societies. And the amazing thing is that Louis is conceding that white people do create better societies. And that if you let the third world in, there are going to be problems. That is, those are huge concessions, so far as I can see. So of course, it does seem that, from our point of view as white people, we should want to keep our societies white, doesn't it? I mean, if even the left are admitting that white people create better societies, and Louis admits that throughout that video, and if you let the lower races in, they will bring problems. If you're admitting those things, to my mind, the obvious implication seems to be, you know what, maybe we should keep our societies white, right? But, so it seems to me that the left is sort of eating itself here. The left is sort of, being forced, driven by the dialectic to contradict itself, to adopt positions which actually are absurd. He's admitting that we're right, that white people create better societies. He's admitting that we're right, that if you let the third world in, they create all kinds of problems. And yet he's still saying, let them in. I mean, is this tenable? Isn't this the left, negating itself? Isn't this the left reducing itself to absurdity? I'm going with evidently. And I think that's an extremely heartening sign of just how emphatically the argument has been won already. It's a really clear piece of evidence of just how emphatically the Overton window has shifted over the past decade. Louis wouldn't have said that 10 years ago. I would listen to Louis 10 years ago on Opie and Anthony, right? Louis was, a leftist of 2015 then. He ain't that kind of leftist no more. He's a leftist eating himself. He's a leftist reducing himself to absurdity. That's my take on this video. Oh yeah, one more thing I forgot to mention. In the comments,
you don't see how fucked up the world is.
Yeah, in the comments there's one interesting thing to highlight. Is this the right video now? Looks like it. Oh damn, I can't even see the appropriate comment now. Because I accidentally went to the wrong place. Yeah, up here. So look, the early life check, right? So it is a completely relevant and important point that Louis is a Mexican Jew. I mean, he's expressing his ethnic interest in those takes, which are, of course, absurd, right? He's not expressing the ethnic interest of white people. He's expressing the interest of Mexicans and Jews, which is what he is.